Okay, so this is part 2 of a 2-part video series that we're doing to prove without a doubt that OFPfunding.com is an absolute scam. For those of you that haven't watched part 1, go back and watch part 1 before you watch part 2, because in part 1 we went through my accounts, my trading accounts, all the excellent statistics that I've got within the accounts, all the profits that I've made over 5 accounts, and also we've gone into details about the emails so far that we've had back and forth from OFP regarding the review process. So basically they've reviewed the account, or they've said they've reviewed the account in part 1, and they've now sent me an email saying that they want me to submit video evidence of my strategies. So in part 1 we submitted over 40 plus videos. We've got 150 videos if they wanted to look at those as well, but because they wanted me to pick just one video out of those 40, send it to them, I decided to make 3 brand new videos, and there's a different trade in each video, because they said make sure that you clearly explain your trading strategy on a few trades. So I did 3 videos. First trade we explained GBP JPY, second one Euro USD, and the third one Euro GBP. So we've got 3. Here we are. So so the first one Euro USD, and we explain, and we're going to go through these videos now. That's what part 2 is going to be about. We're going to go through my strategic review videos, and part 2 is GBP JPY, and part 3 was Euro GBP. So we knew already that they were being funny, because they've already had 40 plus videos from myself. All those videos are in a Google Doc sheet here, and this is my daily vlog Google Doc sheet. Showed you this in part 1. It just goes through the rules, it goes through the reasons why I've been doing these videos, it explains in great detail my strategy and analysis. So from Monday the 9th of June, there's 40 plus videos. They could have watched any of them. So at this point we know they're being funny, right? It's obvious. Something's not right. They're asking me to do a separate video, send it to them, and as it says here, I would like you to personally select one that you think explains your video strategy and send it to me. So we know now that something fishy is happening. So I've sent them all these videos here. You can see all this in part 1. Go back and watch part 1 before you watch part 2, guys, because you'll see all the account statistics, and you'll see how perfect they are. Okay, so now we're at this point here. We're at this point here where they have watched the videos. They say they've watched the videos and they've refused my payout, right? But before we go through these emails, we'll have a read of them, and then we'll go through the strategic videos. So anybody that watches this video can see for themselves, without question, without no doubt, they have scammed me. It's obvious that they've scammed me so far, just from the statistics that I've sent to them, the statistics that you guys have seen in part 1. It's obvious just from those statistics alone I should have got paid. There should not be any need for a strategic video. even though there should not be no need for a strategic video. I sent them 40 of them. And then I sent them another 3, which you're going to see in a minute. And you be the judge. You be the judge, guys. OFP is an absolute scam company. And after you've seen this, finish this part 2, you're going to see it for yourself. And you're going to be like, wow, if this guy didn't get paid, nobody's getting paid. And I'm proving it. What we're out to do is prove that OFP is a scam. Without a doubt, without a question, OFP is a scam. So let's just have a look at this email that they sent. So they watched the 3 videos. Thank you for your patience while you completed the review of your accounts. And there's the account there. Anybody that wants to know whether this is the same account, just go back to part 1 and you'll see all the details, statistics within this account. After carefully evaluating the explanation video you submitted, we found several discrepancies between your stated strategy and the actual trading activity on the account. Nonsense. In particular, your trades included clearly defined take profits and stop loss levels, which were not sufficiently addressed or explained in the video. Nonsense. You're going to see in a minute that I explained where the possible take profit levels were and where the possible stop loss levels were. But besides that, guys, there is no stop loss rule. Even though we put a stop loss on, there's no rule within OFP that says you need to put a stop loss on. Number 8, no stop loss if you wish. OFP has no stop loss rule. Adjust or leave it as you like. However, I would not open a stop loss if the trade is near or above the daily swing high, meaning it has already swept liquidity in a directional bias, blah, blah, blah. But there's no stop loss rule. And there's definitely no take profit rule. So you can set your stop loss however you want. You can set your take profits however you want. You can take your profit manually. You can let it hit the take profit that you set within your C-Trader account. There's no rules for that. So what kind of an excuse is that? It's absolute nonsense. Then, given the importance of these parameters in forming a trading strategy, we expected a detailed breakdown of why specific levels were chosen and how they aligned with your overall approach. Nonsense. They obviously haven't been watching the same videos that I submitted, because it shows exactly that. It says, take profit and stop levels are typically based on technical analysis or other well-founded reasons. As such, they should reflect a deliberate strategy rather than arbitrary choices. What arbitrary choices? They don't want to pay me. They just do not want to pay a trader that is profitable. And this clearly shows it, clearly proves it. Wait till you see the videos in a minute. You're going to see that this email that they've replied with is nonsense. There's no stop loss rule. There's no take profit rule. In the videos, I clearly explain where stop loss should be, where a take profit should be. I clearly explain with well-rounded reasoning where these areas are. And then it goes on to say, based on these inconsistencies, but there wasn't any inconsistencies, we have concluded that the strategy used on the account does not match the one you described. Nonsense. You're going to see it in a minute. Absolute nonsense. We understand that you may wish to clarify further. However, please note that ample time and clear instructions were given to thoroughly explain your strategy, including key aspects. I did it. I explained my strategy through key aspects. As such, we will not be offering a second opportunity to resubmit or revise your explanation. Why do we need a second opportunity? You've got 40 videos there, a possible 150 videos, 3 videos that are contradicting what you're saying here, because what you're saying here I haven't explained in the videos when I have explained in the videos. Additionally, please be aware that assets traded during previous cycles, now this is the bit where they make sure that you can't trade with them anymore. This is the bit. This is the nail in the coffin for you, where you think, oh my God, I've actually been scammed and I can't trade with them anymore because all the pairs that, even if I wanted to, I couldn't trade with them anymore because all the pairs that they're saying that you used on the account, you're not allowed to trade with. So this is the nail in the coffin to get rid of the good traders. Additionally, please be aware that any assets traded during this previous cycles should not be traded in future, either on this account or any other accounts you may acquire going forward. We expect all traders to use strategies that they can fully articulate and justify when requested. That's exactly what I did. So nonsense. Again, I showed you a strategy that was articulate, that was justified, that was within one of my trades that were used on CTrader, totally aligned with my trades, but yet they refuse it, yet they deny it, and you're going to see in the videos in a minute, so just keep watching. This decision is final and will not be subject to further review or appeal. We appreciate your understanding and cooperation complying with our guidelines and expectations. What an absolute load of nonsense. Complete scam. So, of course, within 1 minute, I just replied back. It was a Saturday morning, and I just replied back, hello? This better be a joke. Because obviously in part one, you've seen all my statistics. You're going to see in a minute the videos. Just hold on for them. You're going to see in a minute the videos. And I just sent back, this better be a joke. And then I calmed down, 10 minutes to calm down, and then I wrote a more professional email to them. I'm writing to put on record my firm objection to your refusal to process my payouts. There's no valid reason for this decision. My account statistics are excellent, fully compliant with your requirements, and my strategy has been applied consistently and explained clearly in my submission, what you're going to see in a minute. Your explanation for denial is unjust, and to be frank, you are scamming me. It's quite obvious at this point, they're trying to scam me, right? Your stated reasoning regarding stop loss take profit level is baseless. These are standard elements of any professional trading plan, and my choices were fully aligned with the overall strategy I described. To claim otherwise is unfounded and unjustifiable. This refusal gives the appearance of bad faith and an attempt to unlawfully withhold funds that are rightfully mine. If this payout is not processed within further delay, I will have no choice but to pursue this matter through legal proceedings. This will include filing formal complaints with financial regulators, reporting to consumer protection authorities, and seeking remedies through legal action for breach of contract and unfair practices. I expect an immediate confirmation that my payout will be released. Failing that, I'll escalate this hesitation. Now, this is where we're at right now. So by doing these videos, what we're doing is we're exposing the scam. We're going to send all these to legal companies that can maybe help us with this, maybe expose OFP further. We're going to send this video along with Google Docs sheets with full reports from other traders that have been scammed in the same position. And so, yeah, that's basically where we're at now. We've already gone through the chargeback process, but now we're going through the exposing stage, and we're going to submit all this to the relevant bodies. Right, so this is the bit where you're going to see that OFP. You're going to see now, and it be confirmed that OFP has scammed me basically. So let's start off with part 1 of 3, and let's go through the video, the explanation videos that I sent to OFP. Now, the reason I'm laughing is because I can't believe I've been scammed after all these videos, after it being completely obvious, without doubt, that I'm the one trading on this account, and the analysis and the strategy is aligned with the trades on the account. I'm absolutely shocked. I'm laughing more with the shock of it and the audacity that they can actually do this to a profitable trader. That's why I'm still in shock over it, actually. The audacity of this company to be able to refuse this payout is is quite unbelievable. Okay, so let's go through video one. We'll get rid of this, and we'll yeah, guys, I'll just pause it there. What I don't want to do is keep stopping the video and jumping on and saying, oh, can you see this bit where I explain this, or this bit where I explain this, and can you see this strategy? I'm just going to let these videos run. It's quite obvious from you watching these videos that the trades were put on by me. It's quite obvious from these videos I've got a good trading mindset, a good strategy, and you can just judge for yourself. We're just exposing OFP here, so I don't want to keep jumping in and stopping it, but I will jump in and stop it when it gets to a certain key point where they're mentioning about you don't mention your take profit and your stop loss areas. So I'll stop it at that point. But other than that, let's just let it run, and I'll talk after each video's been played. So this one's like about 13 minutes. So you just chill out, get a coffee, and just watch it because it'll be worth it by the end. Excuse me. Okay, so right at the end of that video there, I've just said to them, this is where we're aiming for TP. Yeah, so I've explained exactly where we're going to be aiming for TP. It's irrelevant if it hits that TP. It's irrelevant if I take profit earlier than that liquidity pool that I've just explained there, because there's no rules in OFP that say you can't take profit early. There's no rules in OFP that you have to have a stop loss. So, as you've just seen from that video there, perfect strategy, perfectly executed, aligned with the trade that's in CTrader, and that's not good enough. So that's part one. Let's go to the next one. So in your opinion, guys, so far, is that trade aligned? Is that a good strategic trade? Can I not trade Euro USD? Was that not a good trade? Okay, part two. GBP JPY. Fundamentals were explained in the video before, so when we go through the dollar index, when we go through the news, when we check the news, when we avoid the news and all that, we spoke to at the beginning of the Euro USD. So on the next two videos, we just try and jump straight into the charts. Okay, guys, just stopping the video there. For this one, I explain where SL should be on the trade, and I also explain where TP should be on this trade. Although there's no TP or SL rules in OFP, they said on the email that I haven't explained where this SL and the TP is for the trade. Absolute nonsense. You guys have just seen it for yourself. I've just said where the TP is and where the SL is. Watch it again. There's SL and there's TP. So OFP, absolute scam. If I can't get a payout with these strategic videos, how many traders actually send in a video that is as technically sound as this? How many traders? There's not many traders that on OFP books that could send in a strategically sound strategy like this. They're saying in their email, the reason that they asked for a strategic video, by the way, is because the statistics are flawless. You can't say, oh, we're refusing your payouts because of this statistic or this statistic. They can't do that with this account. So what they have to do is try and find another way to refuse the payout to try and legitimize the refusal, but they're actually looking for a way to scam you. So basically trying to find a window to scam you. And then they say, send us a video. And then they try and look within that video for reasons to refuse your payout, to deny your payout. They're looking for any reason that they can. If they can't find a reason, they make one up. That's what they've done with us. They've made it up. I've just showed them where the TP is and the SL is on this video, on this trade, although not necessary. And what did you see in the other email? I didn't say where the SL and where TP should be structured. Absolute nonsense. These videos, this part 1 and part 2 video series, prove that OFP is an absolute scam. If I can't get paid using these statistics and this strategy, nobody can get paid, mate. Yeah, you can take trades too early. There's no rule against that. What rule in trading says that you can't take a trade too early if you see a reversal formation? It doesn't have to always go to TP. Nothing wrong with that. What an absolute scam, guys. This is clear proof I've been scammed, isn't it? Got to get these videos to the masses. We've got to expose these scumbags. Wow. So so there you go. So that part, that part two, that second trade review of a trade on the reviewed accounts was was absolutely perfect. How many traders can do a review like that? That send a review like that? The reviews that I've seen, when other traders have got refused a payout, and I've DM'd them and said, "Send us your review video." They're not even 5% of that. And there's some traders that have got a payout, and don't forget OFP only pays small payouts. If you get big payouts, they find an excuse not to pay it, as you've seen in these videos. But when traders have got small payouts, I've DM'd them and said, "Let's have a look at your strategy video." They're absolutely terrible. The strategy videos are terrible. They're not even 20% of what I've just shown here, just in these two videos. They mention stop loss and take profit. There's not even a stop loss rule, and there's never been a take profit rule. Who says there's a take profit rule? You take profit whenever you want. That's not up to OFP. That's up to the trader's discretion. You can take profit whenever you want. And on that video, I've said that I take profit early. Yeah, I did take profit early. What's wrong with that? They're just making up excuses just to refuse because it's a big payout, and they want to keep it for themselves. That's basically what this is. So yeah, okay, there's part two. As you've seen, perfect analysis, perfect top-down structure, all areas marked, clear reason why I wanted to enter the trade. The trade was aligned with the trade that I took in C Trader, obviously because it's the same trade. Just making up excuses not to pay. If I can't get paid, again, nobody's getting paid, guys. Nobody is getting paid, especially not big amounts. They're not paid. The OFP does not like paying big amounts, or does not pay big amounts. So let's get on to the next one, part three. But before we go on to part three, let's just have a break from these videos and go through more replies. So let's open the reply from the manager. When here we go. So I've wrote, "Hello OFP management, I want to make it absolutely clear I will now begin legal procedures against your company," which I am doing. I'm going to actively look for somebody that's going to help with this. Normally it'll be a no-win, no fee. And I'm also initiating chargebacks on every single account I've purchased with you. I have done that already. I've contacted the bank. And do you know what? Which you'll see in some other replies in a minute for these emails. The bank already knew that these were a scam operation. They're listed on their system as an untrustworthy company. It says, "My grounds are very simple. OFP is operating as a scam operation. My evidence is clear and overwhelming." As you've seen already now, guys, you've seen already, just from those two videos, just from the statistics, you're seeing that it's a scam operation. My account statistics are excellent. My strategies are consistent and transparent, and yet you have refused my payout on fabricated reasons. Fabricated reasons. And reasons that we didn't even need to explain. So we told them where the stop loss was, we told them where the take profit areas were going to be, and yet they used those two excuses. We never had a stop loss and TP explained in the videos when we actually did. So it's just unbelievable. And then this is not just unethical, it's unlawful. I will be working with other traders in the community who have also been affected, and together we will build a strong collective case. We're going to build it. I'm going to be contacting, through my other accounts on the Discord, other members that have also been affected. I'm going to get as much evidence as possible before we send it to the regulating bodies. and before I submit it to a law firm that's going to help with this case. It's not that we, just forget about the money. Scam companies don't give money back, or they don't say they want to give you money. That's what they're doing this for. They're doing it to scam money out of people. So they're never going to give you your money back. But what we can do is we can make awareness to the masses and stop this happening to more people, and maybe even get this scam company closed down. That'd be the ultimate goal. We'll see what we can do. But one thing's for certain, and I state here, it will take a few months away from trading to focus on this. And let me make it clear, you have picked the wrong person to scam. You've picked the wrong person to scam. When I get my teeth into something, my teeth are in it. They're not coming out until I've finished it. Especially when I've been scammed. I'll not let this go, and I will not stop until this matter is exposed and addressed properly. My full report, my evidence that is clear and available, will be submitted to the relevant bodies, financial institutions, law enforcement agencies worldwide. Every authority will get their hands on this documentation. Okay, right, sorry about that, guys. I just had to nip off a second. We had a knock at the door. Just had to sort that out. So we're back again. So where we were before, we've already acknowledged, it's just a complete scam, isn't it? And now we're going to go into video part 3 and see the next excellently explained strategy with technical analysis, reasons for entry, and you're going to see it for yourself again for the third time, for the third video in a row. Here we go. Total scam. Wow. So this is the first time I'm watching my own videos back as well. Um, in the email, they've put that we never explained our stop losses or TP. We've explained our stop loss and TP in two of the last videos, part 2 and part 3. We explained it clearly. In part 3, part 1 we explained where the TP was, not necessarily the SL, but that doesn't matter because in part 2 and part 3 we've gone above and beyond, and even in part 3 I've even got the stop loss and take profit tool out. So what are they talking about? Absolute scam. This is not even necessary. All they want to know is the strategic and fundamental indications of why I take the trade. Yeah? No need to get a stop loss tool out and a take profit tool. There's no need to get a reward ratio tool out. It's not required in their rules. But they want to know what my strategy was. They can see my strategy, they can see my tactic, they can see why I've entered the trade without me even getting this tool out. But they've used this tool. I've got the tool out and explained about the stop loss and the take profit, but they've used it as an excuse that I haven't explained it when I clearly have explained it. Scam guys. If I ain't getting paid, nobody's getting paid. Who goes above and beyond and explains their strategy like this on their strategic videos? Not many people. And I can't get a payout with statistics and strategic videos like this. Nobody's getting a payout, I'm afraid, if that's the case. There you go. Complete. Explained it. I've just explained it. Didn't need to, but I explained it. There. And they're saying I never explained it. What a scam. Wow, what a scam. What a scam, man. Exactly what I thought the TP was going to go. It got to. Perfectly placed above. Oh, what's disgusting what they've done. What a scam. Here it is in C Trade. You can, no, they're not because they're scamming. Yeah, so that video just ends by me saying that I spoke to the OFP manager and I want to get my YouTube video up and running. Now I know that I've got a perfect strategy. I'm consistently profitable. I think I should move on to YouTube and start doing my own channel. Um, yeah, so there you have it. A complete and utter scam. 1,000,000% proved on these two part 1 and part 2 videos. What a scam, guys. What an absolute scam. You can't get more clearer than what I've just shown you that OFP funding is a scam. We've gone through the perfect statistics, we've gone through the emails, we've gone through my strategic videos that they're saying things weren't explained in them that were explained in them. You know what? These these guys are scumbags. These are absolute scumbags. So let's have a look at, let's just finish off by having a look at some more of my emails that I've sent to them, or so we sent an email saying, thank you. No, we sent an email before, didn't we? Just saying that we're going to gather our evidence, and we're going to basically document everything, report it to the banks, regulatory bodies, and things like that. And they've sent this email, and they're absolutely not giving up on the scam. And it says, we understand how you feel. However, the strategy video we requested was to see if your trading strategy aligns with your trading history, and also confirms whether the trades on your account were taken by you or not by anyone else. Anybody watching this video think that those trades were put on by anybody else by any chance? I don't think so, right? Absolute nonsense. And then it says, the video you sent to our risk team failed to talk about how you take profit and stop loss decisions are made. I just explained it. In every video I explained it. Video 1 I explained the TP area, not stop loss. But video 2 I explained the SL area and the take profit area. And I also explained in video 3 the take profit and the stop loss area, and the decisions that are made for take profit and stop loss. In fact, in the last video, it said that the stop loss is placed above previous daily low break on the last swing high, and the TP area is taken in the next liquidity pot, the liquidity area. In video 1, it says it's taken in the liquidity area below the last swing low for TP. Absolutely disgusting what they've done here. Or not just me, they do it to everybody. They need to be stopped. Your trading history included clearly defined take profit stop loss levels were not sufficiently addressed or explained in the video. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Nonsense. You're a scam. Your videos does not align with trading history. Nonsense. You're a scam. Hence the violation and a payout rejection for that cycle. The decision is final and will not be subject to further review or appeal. So there you have it, guys. A profitable trader with perfect statistics, perfect strategic videos. You can see their explanation for why they are refusing my payout, and you can see from the videos that I've just showed you that I absolutely did prove why my take profits and stop loss decisions are made. And I clearly defined my take profit and stop loss levels, and they absolutely scam me. So the decision is final to you guys, OFP. The decision is final that you are nothing more than a scam funding company, and you need to be stopped. Scam company, OFPfunding.com. Disgusting. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I hope you'll share this with everybody. Let's get the word out. I know people have tried before, but these scumbags really need to be stopped. Thank you for watching, guys. Scum. Absolute scum.